The 10 most beautiful places in the world. Traveling is undoubtedly one of the most pleasurable activities ever. It doesn't matter if you're one of those who enjoy a relaxing day at the beach or the most adventurous who prefer to climb a mountain. In this list, you will find dream destinations for your next holiday, and after seeing them, you'll want to visit them all. Ambergris Cay. A paradise of white sand beaches, palm trees, crystal clear waters, and abundant marine life makes it the second largest coral reef in the world. Ambergris Cay is the most popular and extensive island of the 200 that belong to Belize. Its wild nature, its turquoise waters, and its ancient Mayan ruins mixed in between the waterfalls, tropical forests, and its proximity to the barrier reef make this island the ideal place for water sport lovers such as snorkeling. In the depths of its waters, you can see numerous exotic species, fish, and coral, with a perfect temperature to dive in at any time of day. Privileged with a paradisical and spectacular environment, this island is perfect to navigate its waters and relax peacefully before its lilac sunsets. In addition, they have diving expeditions to different points of the reserve, such as Media Luna Cay, the Turnef Islands Atoll, and the Great Hoyo Azul, where you can descend up to 131 feet deep. But not everything is beach and sand. You can also visit attractions such as Bacalo Chico National Park, Pine Ridge Mountain, the Belize Zoo, and the Mayan ruins. Undoubtedly, in Ambergris Cay, you can find a true tropical paradise. Whitehaven Beach. Located in the heart of the Great Barrier Reef, Whitehaven is one of the most beautiful and unspoiled beaches in the world. In 2013, it was named the #1 beach in Australia for the Traveller's Choice Beaches on TripAdvisor. The pure environment of Whitehaven is protected by the Whitsunday Island National Park, and in the heart of the Great Barrier Reef, this beautiful beach has been chosen as the best ecological beach in the world and the cleanest in Queensland. You can explore on a helicopter or seaplane from the island and admire the swirls of turquoise, blue, and green water from the air, or you can also sail to Whitehaven on one of the yachts on the island. If you're lucky, you can see giant turtles and even dolphins. But if you're not so lucky, then head to a yacht, a jet ski, a diving or snorkeling tour, and explore the Great Barrier Reef. Your best thing is to sunbathe. The bright white silica sand is among the purest in the world and has the peculiarity that it will not burn your feet thanks to its mineral composition. A little piece of heaven on earth, perfect to disconnect and relax, taking in the beauty of the landscape. Denham Valley. If you are a nature lover and you want to see a place where humans have not left much trace, you must visit the Denham Valley, located in Southeast Asia. This impressive place is a true natural spectacle, blessed with a surviving variety of tropical flora and fauna. This immense basin, similar to the Garden of Eden, harbors peculiar Sumatran rhinos, orangutans, macaques, mouse deer, and beautiful nebular panthers. Despite the protection enjoyed by the land, the authorities are responsible for numerous activities in the valley, such as treks through the jungle, swimming in the river, birdwatching, excursions to see the orangutans, among others. One of the main activities is walking among trees at high altitude thanks to the hanging bridges that guarantee the safety of the visitors. The Denham Valley has become an important refuge for wildlife, where you can be in complete harmony with the environment, listening to its sounds, breathing in a clean and pure air, while your camera captures the most special corners, those that will make you shake with excitement. Atitlan Lake. A source of inspiration for painters and poets, Lake Atitlan, located at almost 5,249 feet high, is one of the most outstanding tourist attractions in Guatemala. The Atitlan is a huge lake of volcanic origin. Its beautiful blue waters are occluded in a cliff with almost vertical walls, remains of the extinct crater which give it a touch of mystery. On the calm waters of the Atitlan, you can take a boat ride and also visit some of the towns around the lake where some descendants of the Mayans live. For the Mayans, the Atitlan is a sacred place, the navel of the earth that connects with the underworld. During the first hours of the morning, although it is cold, the water of the shores of Lake Atitlan is warm, so you can see groups of people swimming along its banks despite the supposed cold. Lake Atitlan is coveted for its great purity, reaching levels of 99% in the central parts of the lake, very well known as a lake of majestic beauty. So much so that travelers from all over the world who started a trip in order to make stops through different countries have been forced to suspend their plans and stay indefinitely in this beautiful place. Awesome Gate Mountain. We know that there are mountains and amazing hills all over the world, but whoever looks at the Osengate viewpoints will discover the thousands of colors that this unique mountain shows. A geological gem located in Cuzco, Peru. When you are on this mountain, remember that it is sacred to local people. In fact, many of the nearby Andean communities still have pilgrimage dates towards the tip of this mountain. Walking along the also called Rainbow Mountain is incomparable, not only because of its unique landscapes, but because in addition to the mountain itself, its trails circulate next to imposing glaciers and numerous lakes formed by the melting snow-capped mountains of the Andes. It is a 4-day walk, and although you could do it on your own, the most recommendable way to go hiking in Peru is through a travel agency. The popularity of the Seven Colors Mountain rises every day, so it is better to take advantage of it now that you don't need any special permission and not many people know about it. Are you all set for this adventure? Caño Cristales River. The Caño Cristales River is a natural paradise near the municipality of La Macarena in Colombia. Some know it as the River of Five Colors due to its yellow, blue, green, red, and black tints that can be seen in its clear and pure water due to aquatic plants, the sand, and the beautiful rock formations in its bed. It is not a very wide river or with excessive water flow. Its widest section does not exceed 65 feet. Although its access is not easy, its greatest beauty can be appreciated between the months of June and October, during the Colombian winter period. Previously, it was territory kidnapped by the guerrillas who consider the river Caño Cristales their private spa. However, after agreeing on a ceasefire with the Colombian state, thousands of tourists visit this natural treasure today. The exotic plants that coexist in this water source grow in the numerous rocks of the river. The most special is the Clavigarius macarenia, whose physical characteristics paint the river fuchsia, pink, red, and green colors in its waters. What a magical plant! Blue Lagoon Grotto. The natural grotto of the Blue Lake located in Brazil is a fantastic underground world in which very few people dare to enter. The great beauty of this place lies in the effect that the sun's rays produce when they enter the cave and come into contact with the lake, dyeing its walls a beautiful blue. The panorama is completed with the speleothem formations both on the ground and on the roof. A few years ago, a Franco-Brazilian expedition dived into the caves and found a great surprise. Thousands of bones of prehistoric animals like the giant mammals of the Pleistocene era lying at the bottom of the cave. From saber-toothed tigers to the remains of giant sloths make this cave without a doubt one of the most iconic and fossil-rich areas of the world. Undoubtedly, it's a treasure of nature that has survived for thousands of years. Iguazu Waterfall. There is nothing like it in the whole world. The Iguazu is the widest waterfall in the world, which goes slowly, with dark waters of silt. It widens suddenly and collapses vertiginously by a precipice of more than 1.86 miles in width. It is a shared gem to be found on the border of Brazil and Argentina. The surrounding forest is divided into 2 national parks that protect almost 1,553 miles of tropical forest, one of the richest and most complex ecosystems in the world. In the surroundings grow hundreds of species of tropical trees that seek light many meters high, and from which hang thick lianas, creating a tangle of robust threads all across the sky. The best view is on the Brazilian side. There are some viewpoints located in strategic places, but you can enjoy the surprise encounters that come with walking in the woods. The immensely beautiful white water overflows with all the force of nature. Iguazu is one of the greatest expressions of the strength and beauty of nature on Earth. The Forest of Brocéliande. Walking through the Forest of Brocéliande in France is breathing magic, where the legends of King Arthur and the wizard Merlin were born and still live on today. The landscape of Brocéliande alternates lands and forests, and in its limits is the Oak of Guillotine, one of the oldest and biggest trees of this town, about 1,000 years old and with a circumference of 29 feet. In a magical place like Brocéliande, everything is a matter of belief. The route through this Legends Corner has its spot of greatest interest in the Tomb of Merlin. 2 perpendicular stones indicate the spot in which the famous magician's remains were laid to rest. Found here is, among other dozens of mythical places, the Mirror of the Fairies, a beautiful lake where, according to legend, the fairy Viviane fell in love with Merlin, the famous wizard. Brocéliande is also the house of the No Return Valley and the source of Barenton, where the legend of eternal youth springs. There are many important trees that inhabit this forest, in addition to the famous golden tree, a kind of holy grail of the medieval alchemists. It takes a walk through Brocéliande to feel a strange power, a magical sensation almost unreal, like walking through a dream forest. Great Barrier Reef. It is the largest coral reef in the world. This reef is home to diverse marine life with the most vivid colors. Experiencing it is a life-changing adventure, whether you do it luxuriously or on a low budget. To immerse into this wonderful underwater world, you can go diving, snorkeling, in a boat with a transparent bottom, in a jet ski, in a semi-submersible vessel, sailing in a boat, from the air, or even skydiving to fully immerse yourself in this wonder of the world. It is considered a World Heritage Site, protected by UNESCO, due to its incalculable ecological value, with more than 1,800 species of fish, including 150 sharks alone, some 5,000 of mollusks, and more than 400 of different corals. In addition, we must mention many types of amphibians and reptiles also live there, with rarities such as saltwater crocodiles, which inhabit the mangrove areas, and sea turtles. To contemplate them when at night they approach the virgin beaches of the area to deposit their eggs in holes they dig in sand with enormous patience, it is a spectacle that marvels even the least sensitive spirits. The sun enhances the colors of the corals and most of the species that take refuge and feed on the reefs, generating one of the most attractive shows on the planet. Enjoying the Great Barrier Reef is an unforgettable marine experience. If you fell in love with nature through this video, and you were shocked by the beauty of one of these places, share and subscribe to the channel. Until the next video, friends!